Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about Zion Oil and Gas and specific technical analysis and kind of show you where I think it may be heading into next week and beyond. I know a lot of people are kind of concerned right now, thinking that it's over, it's done, it's going back down to 10 cents. And I'm not saying it is, not saying it isn't, but you really don't know at this point. But I want to go over the technicals to kind of get some, some information out to people. That way they can kind of make an educated decision on what to do if they're, not currently in and thinking about getting in or thinking about averaging down and things of that nature, but also what to watch out for moving forward. Okay, so before we get into it, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So let's dive into it, guys. Zion Oil and Gas fell to right at about 20 cents on Friday and closed at about there. We're currently actually 0.1990, which is right under 20 cents. And I did get my order filled for a swing trade. I talked about how it would be a good swing play potentially if it fell below 22 cents, because I thought at about 20 cents it would be undervalued, and here we are. Okay, so I did buy some at 20 cents. And that's for the swing trade. I still do have my long-term position in it that I haven't touched in a while, and I haven't added any more to it. And I'll talk a little bit about that towards the end as far as what I may do if it gets to a certain level. So I watched it in the afternoon, and I figured that we were going to see, honestly, I thought we were going to pop up a little bit late on Friday and have kind of a little run. And you're definitely wrong. Whenever we hit here, this is actually where I bought right here. It fell down to 20. And I bought right there, and it popped up, and then I'll say popped up, it went barely up there and then fell right back down. We did have a lot of volume on the selling side, but you look here in the technicals, guys, we're just about undervalued on the 180-day 4-hour. But if you also look at the 1 hour, we're basically the same as well. Okay, so typically whenever these two things line up, then we see, at least temporarily, a little move to the upside. Okay, and one thing to keep in mind too, this has been about a week and a half, guys. We've been in a bearish pattern. We could go longer, yes, but however, I do expect if we go a little bit lower on Monday on the open, that people are going to come back in. And I think this is what pushes the price higher, is when people come in and they're like, I like these prices, I'm going to come in and buy, and it starts pushing the price up a little bit higher. And I do expect us to go over 22 cents. Okay, I don't know if we'll hold there, but I think at least temporarily we go a little bit above 22 cents, and then we might just kind of bounce around here. Now, the concerning thing to me as far as longer term is we crossed underneath that red SMA line, which usually signals, hey, we have more room for downside. Doesn't mean we'll stay there for long, because we're only at about 23.5 cents is where we need to get above and hold. We can almost call it 24 cents. However, if we poke our head above 22 and 23 and we get rejected, then that shows that we could have potentially some more room for downside. As if you watch our channel, you know that about 16, almost 17 cents is your next level of support at this current level. Okay, and then past that point, you're looking all the way to 10 cents. Do I think it'll go down to 10 cents at this point? I don't think so, just because they're getting so close to releasing results. The only way I see it going to 10 cents is if they come out and they tell us something about, how the well was a bust. And in that case, it's going to go below 10 cents, in my opinion. It's going to fall really, really hard, like it did here. It fell from 42 cents all the way down to, 16 cents. And, and it bounced right off of that as soon as it hit there. So that's really the only thing. So if they come out with another good update, but they actually need to give us like information, right? Like more relevant information as far as the testing and things of that nature, because at this point, that's all people care about. No one cares about the delays. No one cares about the prayers. No one cares about anything other than the results of the testing from MJ2. That's what people are sitting and waiting on at this point, right? So what I'm looking for next week for my swing play, at least, is I'm looking for it to pop up to 22 or 23, and that's when I'll exit on that swing trade. Okay, my longer position, obviously, I'm staying in there, and this is the time where if I'm going to average down, this is pretty much getting close to the time, because coming down to 15, 16 cents. Yes, it's still a gamble just because we don't know the result of the testing. However, if it gets down to this level here, probably going to be a buyer, because every time it got down to a lower level, like a support level, I would look to buy. So, we got down to 10 cents. I bought down here a decent amount, okay, 10, 15 cents. And then it came up, and then it came down to 20, bought some more here. And now it's just been trading sideways for the longest time. And then now it broke below that. So if it does come down here to about 16, 17, maybe 15 cents, I would probably come back in and be a buyer again. And then if for some reason it falls down here off of, for no good reason, if it's because of pure quietness from the company and they haven't actually said that things are bad or something went wrong, then I'd probably be another buyer here for my longer term. Okay. And in the meantime, you can always swing trade this thing, or just like any other stock, because you see when it gets to undervalued, it pops its head up, and then whether it be fair value or overvalued, it'll come back down and retest that low and come back up, and retest that low and come back up, down, up, down. It's a constant pattern that you can follow. Okay. How low do I think it can go? Like I said, it just depends on what happens this next week. If there's silence next week, which I think there probably will be, then on Friday, and I don't know why people are surprised about this, but on Friday it usually does dip. Monday people are bullish because they're getting in and they're buying in and they're thinking, okay, we may get an update today, and then it doesn't come out Monday, so people, you kind of keep the price pretty steady, and it happens to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and everything's still okay, because you're like, okay, sometimes we get news on Thursday, and then when the price, when no update comes out on Friday, then what happens? It just falls down, okay, because people are like, oh crap, and they just get out or get shorted or something like that. So just keep in mind, this is normal. Now, the good thing I like about the price action here is with the amount of volume, and I know it's not exceptional volume here, but it was a little bit higher than normal, and the price is not moving in an aggressive manner to the downside. It's slowly coming to the downside, because people are waiting, people are watching. So if they can get something good come out of this testing, then I think that this thing is going to shoot up, pretty aggressively, like we've been saying. Now, I will say this, the updates, I know a lot of people are the stock went down, about 7 or 8% on Friday, and there's a lot of negativity, and it all started again about bashing the management and this and that, and I get it. I mean, it's aggravating that we're waiting this long, but keep in mind, they came out with an update not too long ago and kind of told us, not, again, we didn't hear fully what we wanted, right? But we heard something, at least we heard something from them. So hopefully that will get better as far as updating us and informing us. And it can't be that long until we know the results of testing, right? So it cannot be, there's no way we're waiting, 6 months, 8 months for testing results. It should be extremely soon, in my opinion, and I'm hoping that it's positive, because if it is, then you're going to see this thing move up very, very aggressively, I think, in a short period of time to the upside. So we'll have to just kind of wait it out and see from there. So like I said, if it does go lower to about 15 to 16 cents, longer term, I'm a buyer. And if it happens to fall down below here, 9 cents, 8 cents, if we do have more delays and there's nothing going on, it gets down to 10 cents, guys. Historically, when it gets to 10 cents, it's done it several times in the past year and a half, 2 years. It's going to at least double, potentially triple, quadruple. As you see here, about 10 cents, and we got all the way to 42 cents. That's a huge return on your investment. So just keep that in mind for those of you who watch the stock and who maybe aren't in yet. And you're like, I'm just waiting for news. I'm waiting to see when it's a good time to enter. if it continues to go lower, well, that would be maybe a good entry point for you. Also, the people who are in now, and trust me, it's hard to watch because the amount of shares that you have, if it moves down 7 or 8%, it's a pretty decent, sizable, noticeable amount that goes down in your account. So I can tell, I can relate to anybody who freaks out whenever they see it's a down day. What I do, I just don't even log in for the most part, or I'll just look at a different stock or put my attention elsewhere, because there's nothing that you can do to change it. I can't go in myself and make this stock go higher. I can't make management release an update. I can't do any of that. So I can only control what I can control. And the biggest thing to do, in my opinion, is to try to control your emotions. So if there's nothing that has changed, is what I'm saying. Okay, if nothing has changed yet, if you still believe that they're going to get positive results, if everything still looks like, it should be going in the right direction, which in my opinion it does, except the fact of how it's taken so long, then there's nothing really to be negative about, because no one made you or myself invest in this company, and we knew it was a risk going in. So we're going to have to wait it out and see what happens. I'm praying for the upside. Never a guarantee, but I'm sure hoping that is what we get. So anyway, guys, let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.